Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Tim Raymond. I'm the CEO for Greenleaf Hospitality Group, and I'm excited to be your host today for this historical day in Kalamazoo. It's such a joy to see all this vision taking shape with so many friends, partners, and community leaders here today. I'd like to begin by thanking those whose presence shows the strength of collaboration across our community. Congressman Bill Huizenga, Senator Sean McCann, State Representative Julie Rogers, numerous representatives from the city of Kalamazoo, including Mayor David Anderson and Vice Mayor Gene Hess. And we're thankful to have representatives from the Kalamazoo County and the city of Portage here with us today too. Thank you everybody for coming. We are also so grateful for so many partners and institutions who make our community stronger, all contributing to these projects in various different ways. CEO of Southwest Michigan First, Jonas Peterson, and several members of the Southwest Michigan Board are here today. Thank you. The WMU Board of Trustees, also with the Board of Athletic Advisors. Thank you for being here. Jane Ghosh and the Discover Kalamazoo team are strong partners as we continue to grow and develop hospitality in our community. Thank you, Jane and team, for being here. All of our construction partners, design partners, spent countless days, hours, weeks, months bringing this vision to life. We really appreciate your partnership in that. It's been a fun task, but a long task and quite a rewarding one. So thank you. Last but certainly not least, our very own Greenleaf Hospitality Group team, who, as the host of Kalamazoo, will be making this building more than just concrete and steel. Really, truly making this place an incredible experience for all the athletes, the fans, the performers, and our community that's coming together. In addition, many of you here today have been championing this vision for years, and some of you even for decades. Your vision, your persistence, and your belief are really why we're here to get together as a community. With that, it's my great honor to welcome to the podium someone who has been an advocate for our city and its people, Mayor David Anderson.
I don't want this to be a secret. I am fired up. It is so fantastic to be in this event with all you beautiful people. And I can tell you this, for the city of Kalamazoo, from my perspective, this is an amazing, transformational day. Why is it so important? One thing that I often say is that great cities have great downtowns. And for downtowns to stay great, they have to evolve. They need continual reinvestment. What do we do in downtowns? We celebrate arts. We have entertainment. We get together with our families. We celebrate events together. This is our place where we can all gather, all across our entire county. So what we are recognizing here today is not just an investment, it is a transformational investment that is going to continue to change the direction of an evolving Kalamazoo to make it be a vibrant destination spot that we will all be proud of together. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the honor of being part of this. And thank you to the whole team that's making this happen. And lastly, thank you to all the Bronco teams that are here with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Anderson, for your perspective on how this project will transform downtown. Thank you. Our next guest truly needs no introduction, but it's an honor to bring him to the stage. Bill Johnston is not only the owner behind this vision, but he's the heartbeat behind our vision. His passion for Kalamazoo and his constant encouragement to seek the best and then challenge us to do it even better has guided us every step of the way of this journey. Bill's leadership has ensured this not only to be a world-class venue, but also catalyst for economic growth, community pride, and a place where we can gather year-round in Kalamazoo. Please join me in welcoming Chairman of Greenleaf Companies, Bill Johnston.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. This is great. I don't do well behind a podium or behind a stand microphone, so please endure. If I walk around and just shout, then I think you can all hear me. But thank you so much for coming today. It's a great day. It's a great day to be a Bronco, right? Samantha Everts told me that I'm on the clock, but I told her don't start it till I'm done. You know, for over 20 years, we've been talking about the potential of doing what it is that we're doing now. And there were a lot of good people gathered around the table at that time. And some of those people are here. Ken Miller, sitting right here, was instrumental. And that was back in the days when Ken had a bullseye target on his back. And as he walked around, he was collecting a lot of arrows in that bullseye target, and undeserved, but he was strong in his conviction. He loves Kalamazoo, and he loves people that love Kalamazoo. And he was a strong catalyst for that. And my good friend Jerry Vanderbean is here. Jerry, raise your hand. Where are you at? You had a seat up here, but you want to stand in the sun, that's okay. And Jerry was one of that group. We used to gather around the breakfast and sometimes lunch table talking about this, along with Steve East. I saw Steve right here. You know, give Steve a round of applause too. We talk about graduation race for college students. We just tell them sometimes you have to have persistence. And so the old guys had persistence, and somehow we made it here. And so 20 years in the making, you know. And what I want to tell you is 20 years ago, we were talking about building an arena, but we're not building just an arena now. We are building a true community event center, an athletic performance center that happens to have an arena in it, and 30,000 square feet of flat floor space that will be used by the community as well. The Athletic Performance Center is new and unique, and there aren't very many Division I universities that have an Athletic Performance Center. I want to take just a couple of minutes to tell you what differentiates the place that we're building here. We are relocating the men's and women's basketball program along with our national championship hockey program. If you're ever given a speech, just say that and you'll get applause. Right, Coach? Coach got lots of applause last night at Drive for Life. Did a wonderful job in presenting. We thank you for that. An athletic performance center takes a holistic view of athletes. And so we're not just talking about a place to practice, we're talking about a place to practice and prepare for life. We're talking about an opportunity to bring academics to the athletic field, to the athletic court, to the ice. We're talking about nutrition, a high performance center that has all of the capacity and all of the training opportunities to do just exactly that. So it's not just an arena with a court to play on, it's a athletic performance center attached to an arena that has 2 basketball practice courts, locker rooms, training facilities, medical training facilities, academic facilities, and nutrition facilities. And so our men's and women's basketball program and hockey program will have the advantage of that. And they'll be coming here, many of them, 365 days a year. We are relocating that from campus. And the K-Wings, our ECHL hockey franchise, will be joining them in very similar facilities. And so we are absolutely thrilled, because what that means is there's going to be about 105 athletic events in this facility that we're building annually, combined with the other 120 events in there. That's 232 events. What's the impact of that on the community? That's about 700,000 people that will be in attendance in one form or another annually in this facility. We're using a distributive parking model. What that means is, yes, we are building a parking deck, but that parking deck only is adequate for about 1/4 of what we need. Well, why would we do that? We're doing that because we want every one of those guests, every one of those fans, everybody that's coming to the Kalamazoo Event Center, we want to make certain that they have an opportunity to interact with the rest of our downtown, with the rest of the parking structures. We want them to journey here, stay here, and then after a while, go home. But not for after a while. So we're using that distributive parking model. You know, I am a big fan of collective wisdom. I never think that I have the best ideas, but I think if I get enough smart people around me, we're going to come up with some pretty good ideas. And we've had a lot of partners around that table. And I want to take some time to raise up who those partners were. And what I told these partners as we gathered them from the concept of what we're building and selecting those partners, I said, you have to commit to being here from the beginning to the end. You can't leave me in mid-stride. You're going to have to be with me till the end. And I tell you, this group of partners, not only did they have the really fabulous collective wisdom, but they've been here from the beginning to the end. Every meeting that we have had. You know, when you build big stuff, when you build big complicated stuff, you start with a concept and then you go to a concept design, then you develop that design, then eventually when that's developed enough, you get the construction documents, and then those construction documents, you have to have your site plan approval, and then eventually you get in the ground. But that requires tons of meetings, absolute tons of meetings. And I want to express my appreciation to the partners that we assembled and raise them up for you. And I'll go through those, and then we can give them a great, big, well-deserved round of applause. So first of all, that very first partner could not have done this, but for that partner is my beautiful bride, Queen Rhonda. And when I suggested to her about this project that I wanted to do, she said, "Do you know how old you are?" Yeah, I'm as old as dirt, but she consented to be my partner, and she has been every step of the way. And then, of course, Catalyst Development, our real estate arm, and Greenleaf Capital, financing arm for all of the Greenleaf companies. Western Michigan University, Rossetti, design firm, Tower Pinkster, architectural and design firm, CSM, Barton Mallow, Hurley Stewart, Rockford, the city of Kalamazoo. And I want to tell you, the city of Kalamazoo has been a very, very good partner. You want to have an interesting meeting, have the meeting with the city manager and the city planners and tell them that you want to put 450,000 square feet of building down in the middle of downtown Kalamazoo. That's an interesting start. But I will tell you that they have been solid partners with us. And we're thankful of that. And Southwest Michigan first. We start every meeting, of course, with a mission and vision. We do that in the Greenleaf companies, and we do it with everything that we build as well. And we have to be disciplined in that mission and vision. You can't let up on that. And what we started every meeting with was an affirmation that each one of us raised our hand to in the beginning, and that is, we looked at this as a once in a 100-year opportunity. And as that, we were stewards of that. And we had to build something that would stand the test of time, that it would have a Western Michigan University brand and a Kalamazoo identity at the same time. The best of the best quality. So we began this journey by going and seeing the best. And the idea behind that is to gather more collective wisdom. Go around the country, see the best. See what has been built by people that thought they did the best. And go there and pick their brains and look at their product and ask them questions and see where they stubbed their toes so that we didn't have to. And as we did that, and we would be gathering back on the bus back to the airport, and I would, and those that were with us knew this, I would gather them and I would say, that was pretty nice, wasn't it? No, yeah, it was nice. Mm-hmm. What didn't you like? Well, I didn't like that. Okay. I said, you know what? That's perceived to be the best of the best, but we're going to do better than that. We can do better than that. We're not going to make those same mistakes. That was very, very helpful to us. The best of the best in terms of quality. We want to be in the hearts and the minds of all of our fans, of all of our guests, everybody attending any event at our event center. We want to be there even before they come to the decision that they're coming. We want to be in their mind. And in order to earn that honor, we have to deliver the very best. Tim mentioned we want to be the host of Kalamazoo. We want to deliver hospitality experiences that anticipate the wants, needs, and desires of those people that will be coming to the arena. And then we want to deliver on those wants, needs, and the desires at a level that is a wow experience each and every time. Every time, every experience, without exception. And when you think about all of the opportunities you have, if 720,000 people are coming here in a year, and they have various opportunities to interchange, it becomes millions of opportunities to wow and millions of opportunities to disappoint. But one of the things that drives my optimism is that Greenleaf Hospitality Group has been delivering wow experiences for hundreds of thousands of people annually. It's what we do. And so we're convinced and we're confident in our ability to do that. Unyieldingly high standards, and the partners, as I said, have stayed. And I want to take a moment now. Let's go ahead and give those partners a round of applause. But you know, back in the original concept, when we were just thinking about doing this, there were people involved in that thinking of doing this. And I want to call out these people because it never could have been done without them. And Rhonda is certainly one of those. And with me every step of the way. And enabling me to do that work every step of the way and encouraging me. So thank you very much. There's more to do. We're not done yet. There's more to do. And my extremely capable assistant who makes me better than I am. You know, it's one thing to have concepts, but those concepts actually have to turn into work. They actually have to turn into execution. And Darla Barberini has been at my side through all of that for the past 25 years, doing exactly that. When we started this project, we knew it was big. We knew it would involve a lot of partners. It would involve a lot of execution. And so we didn't create the product, but we used the product. And essentially, it was a software product. But what we said to every partner, if it's not in there, it didn't happen. And every meeting, after every meeting, everybody, if there was any exchange between anybody, it went into that product. So if we had any question about anything, we could go back to that product. We could recall that product. And Darla was the person that had to wrap knuckles on that throughout this entire 2-year process up to this point. And so Darla, I thank you for enduring all of that, and during that 25 years too. But that's the thing that makes me able to do what I do. Mike Elliston, CFO of the Greenleaf companies, and including Greenleaf Capital and Catalyst. And Mike was out there. Mike, raise your hand. Where are you at, buddy? Oh, right there. Yeah. He's kind of the sleuth. He's out there acquiring properties in other company names and things like that, so people don't quite know who it was. And that was a real challenge because the site that we're on was owned by other people, and that was owned by other people too. So Mike was very instrumental in doing that. And he's a great, there's nobody better at financial planning, financial management. Mike never gets upset. He's a great negotiator because his face never changes. You know? And I've seen people change their number right across the desk from him because he just didn't say anything. He just looked at him like, surely you had a better number. And Pete Mitchell, who is our owner's rep. Where is Pete? Right. As you can imagine, with hundreds of people on the job site every day and transforming documents to building, there's 1,000 questions that have to be answered every day. And there's 1,000 ways that the owner has to be represented. And honest and honorable has to be in that equation. And Pete Mitchell has not only the experience in building big, tough stuff, but he has the experience in representing owners, building big, tough stuff. And then working through all of the landmines that are associated with that. And as you might imagine, there's regulation that goes into this. And Pete is just absolutely fabulous at doing this. Thank you, Pete. One of my best friends, Brad Vandenberg, who is the president of Kalamazoo Wings, has been with me before this even started in terms of the concept. He'd be with me when we were fishing or playing golf, talking about the concept. And he's been at that table every day too. And with that wisdom that he has, with that good common sense that he has, with the experience of professional sports and athletics that he has, and the experience of great hospitality that he has. And Brad, thank you for being there. Makes a huge difference. And he's not only was there, he is there, and he's going to continue to be there because he's not done yet either. One of the best young executives that I've ever had the opportunity to work with, who leads Greenleaf Hospitality Group, Tim Raymond. He's got the great opportunity of now having his company double in size. And that's double in size of transactions, double in size of dollar volume, double in size of numbers of guests, customers, members, and also employees. So he's leading Greenleaf Hospitality Group as CEO of Greenleaf Hospitality Group, a company that's doubling in size in so many ways. Tim has been at that table. His team has been at that table. He's been leading a great team. He's preparing that team to grow. And I have all the confidence in the world that everything that I said about the wow moments every time, without exception, I can say that with confidence. I don't worry about that stuff at all. And I don't worry about that because of Tim Raymond. I had the opportunity to be a part of a search committee that was searching for the new athletic director at Western Michigan University. And it was a great search process. And we had 10 candidates presented to us that I just thought were really, really good. DHR was the company advising us on that. And Glenn, the head of it, and I were having dinner one night, and I said, man, Glenn, you have really brought us some great candidates. He said, yeah. He said, but you haven't seen the best one yet. He backloaded that. Dan was the last one to present. And when Dan presented, I knew why Glenn had put Dan in that top spot. And I think all of you have witnessed it too. In the short term that Dan has been the athletic director here at Western Michigan University, he has taken us to a new place. And he's not done yet either. But when I engaged Dan in his very first weeks as the athletic director about this project, and I suggested to him that this has to be a Western Michigan University branded product. This, if we're going to do this, if it's just an arena, I'm not interested. But if it's an athletic performance center and an arena and a community event center, then that's got my interest. Dan was all in from the very beginning. He had a lot of questions, but they were good questions. And that's what made his seat at that table, and that collective wisdom, so hugely valuable. And Dan wasn't there alone. He was there with each of his coaches, and he was there with all of his support team, which is a great support team too. So thank you, Dan. So now let's give them all a we have some giants in their field. They've earned it with the pedigree of their work. And so one of those persons who has been a talented designer and architect and has worked with me over the last 20 years on projects that we have built in Kalamazoo and in other places, Jason Novotny. Jason, sitting right up here, really talented. And Jason will tell you most of the time when he makes the first presentation, I say, yeah, that's great, let's build it. This was a little bit different. But also want to call out Tony Reiner. Tony was here from the very beginning, very talented, very challenging, talented. When I say challenging, I'm talking about not difficult to work with, but challenging. He'll call you out on a bad idea. Why would we do that? But he got the concept. The concept was Western Michigan University brand, Kalamazoo identity, and the research that Tony and his team did. What were the materials that built Kalamazoo? What were the kinds of aggregates, and what did those look like? And going back and deep into history and looking at the history of Kalamazoo and all of the companies that have been here, saying, how can we bring that to the design of this? You know, if you go in a lot of cities and you see arenas, they just look like blobs, right? We didn't want to build a blob. A blob doesn't play well with its neighbors. What we wanted to do was to have identity in each part. So the arena has identity, the practice facilities, the athletic performance center has identities, the ice has an identity, the community events center space has an identity. And you'll see that as the building goes up. You can see it in the renderings that we have had for a long time. And Tony really is the architectural genius behind that. Tony, thank you. Thank you for that. And this kind of stuff is not for amateurs, and you've got to have all-stars. You've got to have people that have done it. You've got to have people that really know how to build big, tough, complicated stuff. And Brian Beaver and Sean Hollister from CSM and also from Barton Mallow. Are Brian and there you are. Thank you. Thank you. These guys are still on the job every day, and they're really giants in their industry, extremely well respected for what they've done. And then Stuart Mason, Steve East from CSM, thank you so much. And Todd, thank you so much for being there from the very beginning and bringing your capable team that you have built over the years. We've done a lot of work together, and there wasn't any doubt we were going to do this together too. But thank you very much. Bjorn Green. As you can imagine, there's more than just designing. You have to get to the production of those documents. You have to lead that huge team to do that. And the stuff has to be on time so bids can be let and and site plans can be approved. And Bjorn, very steadfast in his leadership of Tower Pinkster. Steve Loney and Amy Picanto. That's all right. I already said it. But thanks, Coach. He still moves pretty quick. Yeah. Steve Loney and Amy Picanto from Tower Pinkster getting all of the tough stuff done and getting it done. They're both the kind of people that if you say you're going to do it, they believe it. But if you hadn't done it in the time period, then they'll say, where is it? And they follow up on it, and they hold people accountable for that work. And that was hugely responsible. So the mission and vision is still before us. 24 months from now, we're going to be having another celebration. That's when we cut the ribbon. And I always like to publish those dates, especially when the contractors are present. I think it's an appropriate reminder. So we have 24 months before we cut that ribbon, and we're going to cut it, and it's going to be on time. And then it's going to be another celebration, and it's going to be a fabulous celebration. So now, Samantha, you can start the clock, and we'll hear from some other important people here. But I just want to express my appreciation to each and every one of you for sharing your time with us here collectively today. It is a great day to be a Bronco. It is a great day to be in Kalamazoo. We've got work to do, but we love doing the work, and we're up for the challenge. Thank you very much.
I told Sam 6 minutes was not going to be enough. Thank you, Bill, for taking us on that journey. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for everybody under the tent today and for our community that's out there. We want to take a little look at this video to enjoy a first look at the state-of-the-art interior spaces, including our incredible premium seating offerings and fan experience zones. Coming to you in 24 months. Our next speaker is someone who brings incredible energy and vision to Western Michigan University. Although he's not originally from Kalamazoo, Dan Bartholomew embraced his community like a true Bronco. His passion for this project, his advocacy for student athletes now and for years to come, and his commitment to the success of every program at Western Michigan University is absolutely remarkable. Dan is constantly pushing the excellence and always raising the bar, and always challenging WMU to keep competing at the very highest level, including winning national championships. Please join me in welcoming Western Michigan University's AD, Dan Bartholomew.
Well, Bill Johnson stole my line, but he's allowed to do that. We're going to do it again, though, all right? And everybody in this town is going to hear it, all right? Is it a great day to be a Bronco? Come on, make some noise. This is a party. Let's go. Heck yeah. It is a great day to be a Bronco. And of course, there are so many thank yous to go around, but I want to start with two really important ones. Let's hear it for the Bronco Marching Band and the Bronco Spirit Squads with Cheer and Dance who come and give their time to us today. We have two national championship programs. One of them is our dance team. If there was such a thing as a national championship for band, we'd win it. Thanks, y'all. So about 3.5 years ago, almost today, I was sitting in the Detroit airport, Weston, all right, interviewing to be the athletic director at Western Michigan University. And in that interview, I told the committee that if I got the job, we would work every single day in pursuit of a vision of comprehensive excellence. And that would be defined by leading the country in the holistic development of our student athletes, establishing high quality connections between Western Michigan University and our surrounding communities, and winning championships. And like in any interview, they pegged me with questions, and then I had the opportunity to ask some at the end. And I had a really important one for the committee. I wanted to know about something big that we could dream up together and that athletics could be a part of. And I asked that because I want to know what the opportunities are in the job, but I also want to know what the committee thinks is big. A committee member by the name of Bill Johnson spoke up and shared a vision of a competition venue that could house Western Michigan University athletes and create new synergies between the community and the university. When I left that interview, the first thing I thought is, man, I really hope I get this job. But I knew that I was surrounded by the type of big picture thinking that I wanted to be a part of. And I was supported by a community that shared in that vision of comprehensive excellence for our Broncos. I cannot think of a greater symbol of that shared vision than what is currently being built directly beneath our feet. This is not just a competition facility. It's a facility that has carefully considered the student-athlete experience, providing best-in-class training and recovery amenities that support peak mental and physical performance, while also providing new programming space for the best student-athlete development program in the country in Broncos Empowered. This is not just a competition facility. It is truly a community facility. Yes, it's built for Western Michigan, its athletes and its staff, and we are proud to call it home. But this is an opportunity for us to embrace community connection, break down silos, and seek new partnership strategies at a time when both higher education and Division I athletics is changing. And it's a statement that we're going to change with it. And while it is not just a competition facility, it is the best competition facility in our conferences. Fans and students will experience our events in new and exciting ways in an environment that was literally built for them. Our events will become can't-miss entertainment in Southwest Michigan, and our premium offerings will rival the best at any level of any sport. Ladies and gentlemen, this is big, and it'll elevate all 16 of our athletic programs, every member of the Western Michigan University community in all of Southwest Michigan. Of course, we're incredibly indebted to so many, and in particular, I want to thank Bill Johnson for his leadership, his mentorship, and for listening to a group whose vision did not always have a lot of boundaries. We are thrilled to be joined in this project with so many great community partners. Partners for life now, right? Partners for life. Catalyst Development, Greenleaf Hospitality, the Kalamazoo Wings, Tower Pinkster and Rossetti Architecture Firms, CSM and Barton Mallow and Rockford Construction. I'm thankful for my staff, coaches, and student athletes who have been along for this ride and dedicated years worth of their time to make sure this facility was best in class. And finally, I want to thank two very special groups. I want to thank the Western Michigan University student body, all right? And today, represented by the Western Student Association. Where's my WSA crew? Stand up and be recognized. There we go. All right, WSA. And also, have you heard of this group, the Lawson Lunatics? Why don't you stand up and be recognized, Lawson Lunatics? Let's go. Everybody knows them. This is being built for them too. And that was an important part of this process. And they will continue to play an active role in designing the best student experience in the country right here at this facility. And we're really looking forward to that. When you look around, there are so many reasons to be excited about the future of Western Michigan University and this region. But I'm going to tell you, there is none greater than the man who just walked in the door as our 10th president. He's already proven to be an innovative thinker, a great partner, and a strong advocate for what we're doing at Western. Please join me in introducing and welcoming Russ Cavalluna.
Well, this is pretty exciting. I've been here 10 weeks, so I've got almost nothing to do with how exciting this is. Maybe just a little bit, but you know, I'm from Kalamazoo. I was born in Bronson, and my parents raised me in this region. They were public school teachers in a small town just east of here. And I just need you to know what you already know, but I just want to repeat, Kalamazoo is really special. Kalamazoo is really special. One of the reasons it's special is because of the students that come through here, like Bill and me, and Dan, if you would have done right, you would have come through Western. But you know, I'm an educator at heart. I'm the son of an educator. I just got to tell my students, all of you raise your hand if you're currently at Western Michigan University enrolled, and I got an assignment for you, okay? Yep, all you out there. This is a group of people here. These adults here are powerful people invested in Kalamazoo and invested in you. And so your assignment, and I'm not going to check it because Broncos are worthy of trust. You would go and find one of these people, every single one of you students, shake their hand, introduce yourself, and ask for them to have coffee or lunch with you, because these people are the leaders of Kalamazoo and West Michigan, and you are the future leaders. So you have to do that. That's our assignment for today. Okay, so let me tell you what you already know, but I just want to reaffirm for you what is so awesome about this is because Kalamazoo is special. And I know you know it. So what town has a group of philanthropists come together and have this idea that they're going to pay for college for every single person that graduates from their public school system? What town has that? So your line is Kalamazoo does. What town has a beautiful downtown with a brick street that's a real mall where public businesses or local businesses can sell their wares, and a philanthropist builds a hotel that is fantastic, and you can drive 1 hour to the lake, or you can go up another 30 minutes in another direction to an inland lake. It's just a wonderful town feel. What town has that? Kalamazoo does. What town has, and by the way, you can't say all these things about most towns. What town has a university where we build doctors and we build chemists and engineers and teachers and counselors, and they change the worlds around them? What town has that right down the street in their town? Kalamazoo does. What town has industry like medical products and pharmaceuticals? And we used to make actually checkered cabs in this town, and we had a mint industry that reforms ourselves every year. What town has that? All right, now we're really special, Kalamazoo, but what town would have an event center like this, where thousands of square feet bring in hundreds of thousands of visitors every single year to bring up everyone around us, and has a basketball team that's going to win MAC championships, and another basketball team that's going to win MAC championships, and a hockey team that won the national title? What town has that? What town has a place where a kid who could barely get through high school went to Western and became its president? That's a half of a joke. This town is special. This town is special. And what town? The thing that makes it the most special, and it could be this student, or this, I almost want to call it a student center because it's such a student draw, Bill. But this event center could be the thing that is the most special right now, but it's not. What town has two people that are so devoted to this town, that they would dream up this and not only support all the people that we just heard that have made it a reality, but keep coming back and investing in this town and this university? What town has a Bill and a Rhonda? Kalamazoo does. So I want you to stand up and thank these two for me. Bill, they didn't give me 6 minutes, so that's all I got. But I think the best athletic director in the country is going to introduce a couple people who are going to perform and deliver you championships. Thank you for being good to Western. You talked about partners. Western will always be your partner. Thank you.
All right, so just about 4 to 6 months into the job, we were out recruiting a new head men's basketball coach. And of course, we went right down the road to find one of the top assistants in the country. And I looked him in the eye and I said, hey, listen, DJ, we are building a facility that's going to be nicer than what you and Izzo have. I don't know if he knew that I was serious about that. He certainly knows now. He is a wonderful coach and a wonderful human being. We're lucky to have him, Coach DJ Stevens.
Thanks, Dan. He did say that, and he did say that we were going to have, this day was going to come, and it is here, and what a day it has been. I'm watching that video, and I got to almost hold back tears. I mean, this place is going to be second to none. And for us to have the ability to go into a child's home or a kid's home and tell him that he's going to have the opportunity to perform, win championships in the best arena in the country, event center and arena. Not many people can do that. And for me to have the opportunity and chance to do that is something that I don't take lightly. The commitment and by the leadership in this community, Bill, Rhonda, and the leadership that I have at Western Michigan with Dan is nothing that I don't take lightly. I am super happy, and it is an honor and privilege for us to be able to call the event center our home. We cannot wait to move in. And when I talk to my guys, we talk about all the time about being grateful for the opportunity that's presented in front of us. And we have an unbelievable opportunity to make some special things happen as one of those partners that everyone's been talking about today in Western Michigan and Kalamazoo. And we can't wait to move in. It's going to be a heck of a journey. When we went on that first tour and we were flying around the country, first of all, I'm like, man, I'm on a private plane flying to here and there. And I was like, this is something that's going to be really special. And we did. We saw the best of the best. And we took the best of the best from each one of those facilities. I can't imagine the number of meetings and the time that went into kind of making this thing happen. But when we were brought in as partners, I entered my first meeting and they say, Coach Stevens, what is it? What would you like? And I say, oh, we just want 8 hoops and we want 2 practice courts. And they're like, no, you got to think bigger, Coach. You got to think bigger. And you got to think like there's, you can have anything you want. And so the next meeting, things came around and they say, Coach, what do you need? And I had a few more things that we added to the event center. So understand the commitment by Bill and his team, and the commitment by my AD and Western Michigan and the community and the Kalamazoo community is second to none. Thanks for letting us be a part of it. Go Broncos.
This will be a theme for our coaches, but I do want to point out that since Coach Stevens has been our head coach, we have never had a semester under a 3.0 GPA with our men's basketball program. And we were recognized as one of the top 10 basketball programs for community impact in Division I. Coach Stevens doing a great job. All right. So when we were 3 years later, here we're recruiting another coach. We're recruiting this rock star to be our coach. And it was a little bit different than we were recruiting DJ because we were just selling an idea. With Kate, we had drawings. We had renders. And I will tell you, and I thank Bill's vision for this, we were able to recruit one of the top up-and-coming coaching candidates in the country, somebody everybody wanted to get this job, and we can't wait to see her work. Come on up, Kate.
Well, much like Dan on his interview, after I left the Radisson, my thought was, man, I really hope I get that job. Certainly the vision, and thank you, Bill and Rhonda, for this gift. But this has already been a life-changing experience for not only myself, but our staff. The way that we're able to operate and actively recruit to this is unbelievable. It will certainly impact the way that we're going to be able to train our athletes, and so much so that the majority of my group unfortunately will not get to play in this arena, but all of them have asked for extra eligibility. So we'd happily have you back. But lastly, it's going to change the way we compete for championships. And that is the goal. And that is what we do here at Western Michigan. This event center will not only be a point of pride in our community, the greater Kalamazoo area, but it will also be a point of pride and a standard for what women's athletics should look like across the country. We are so proud to be included in this. We are so proud of the lasting impact that this 100-year facility will have here, and most importantly, what it will continue to do for Western Michigan University and athletics as a whole. Thank you so much for being included in this, and I cannot wait to add my own input on this now, since I got to miss all of the drawings, but couldn't be more proud, and what a great day to be a Bronco.
Certainly want to point out our all-time winningest women's basketball coach, Shane Clipfell, who retired this year, and which gave us the opportunity to go out and find Kate. Can't say enough about his involvement in this project, and very thankful. And again, continuing trend here. This is a program with a GPA over a 3.5 and also a top 10 community impact program in Division I. Speaking of really smart teams, let's talk about our hockey team. How about that? They don't just win, everybody. 3.5 GPA. 3.5 GPA. It's above our average. And how about that? Top 10 Division I program for community impact. And let's just say this. You can't open the best college hockey facility in the country without the best college hockey coach in the country, and we've got both. Pat Ferschweiler.
Boy, I've never been involved in any kind of project like this, and I knew it was a construction project for sure, and these aren't even my papers. I'm just saying. But I knew it was a construction project, but when you get into it and you recognize the intelligence, the genius of the people involved, it's really a big art project as well. And there's something to building it, but there's another side to making it. I said, just make it look cool. and Tony, and his crew and his vision, incredible work from the ground up. And the first time I've been in it, it's an amazing process to see. You see these things built and you go, how does this start? And it starts with these genius people that have been through it. They have experience, they have knowledge, and Bill only hires the best. And certainly these people deserve a round of applause for sure for what they've come up with. So Bill gave me some real great advice right off the hop. He looked me in the eye and said, Coach, this is a 100-year opportunity. I want you to think big. I said, Bill, I'm your guy. I'm your guy because I still think like a player. I still think like an athlete. What would I want? What would I need to accomplish everything I would want academically, athletically, in life? and they're all provided in this venue. It's extraordinary opportunity, and not just the students taking it into account here, but this thing started out 3 years ago that my involvement was in there, and we were talking to the architects, and I talked about how important the students were and the Lawson Lunatics were, and they said, "Coach, we get it," and I said, "They don't get it." And it was our first game, and it was a gorgeous day just like this, and I invited them all to the game, but I said, if you're going to come to the game, I'm going to need you to stand in the Lawson line starting at 4 o'clock and enjoy this student experience. Yeah. And then I'm going to need you to sit in the lunatic section during the game. Well, my phone blew up after that win. And they said, we get it, Coach. That's the best experience we've ever been to a sporting event, Coach. Thanks to you guys. And to your knowledge, and no one probably knows this, they actually flipped the building around to accommodate and make your experience better. Everyone in this was included in this process. The students, the athletes, everyone. And it's been an incredibly inclusive and dynamic process to create the best facility in college sports and certainly in college hockey. And I know in my 3 years involved, and Bill, I thank you for this, I've never been told no. And I've asked for lots. I think I've asked for everything, but there's no guarantees on that. So I also apologize because I'm sure that was expensive ask, but this man has given, he's listened, and he's taught me the word collective wisdom. And boy, isn't that a great thing, because you listen first. There's a lot of smart people in the room around you often if you've hired the correct people. And that's really changed and modified my coaching philosophy, my life philosophy as well. So I thank him for that as well. But I'm excited today for the future of downtown Kalamazoo, for the future of Western Michigan University, for the future of the basketball programs, men's and women's, but most importantly, for the future of the national championship hockey program. Thank you.
All right, last but not least, and you heard it, we couldn't go through this process without them. And so we wanted you to hear from a guy who has put his blood, sweat, and tears into leading the best student section in the country. And we can't open this facility without them, and we won't. And so let me introduce to you the president of the Lawson Lunatics, Western Michigan University senior, Jackson Hammerschmidt. Come on up, Jackson. Woo!
All right, I'm young, so I got to pull up my notes on my phone. First off, thank you, Dan. If you're ever looking for him at a sporting event, he's wearing his trademark tan coat, much like I wear my trademark hat. So I'm not crazy. I just wear a cowboy hat to games. But during my time as president of the Lawson Lunatics, I got to watch my favorite hockey team fulfill their biggest quest, their first NCHC regular season championship, first tournament championship, and then the national championship. And I realized something. I also got something greater. That's Dan invited me to have input on the new arena. I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of students asking, what do you want to see? What do you want to see in the arena? What is going to get you to come to the arena, watch every sporting event, hockey, basketball, concerts, the K-Wings, and everything I asked for, Dan, the athletics team, the architects, they all delivered. Every little thing. So Lawson Arena is home. It wasn't his home. But this place, when I see it, when I look behind here, it's incredible. It will be the most feared stadium in college hockey, basketball, you name it. So thank you, and go Broncos. Jackson's tall.
Our next speaker leads a franchise that has been part of Kalamazoo's story for 50 plus years. Our community's only professional sport team, and that's Kalamazoo Wings. Tony Will has made history in more ways than one. She's the first female GM of the K-Wings and the first woman to serve on the executive committee for the ECHL Board of Governors in its 33 years of history. With Tony at the helm, K-Wings have also broken Guinness World Records for the most people simultaneously waving foam fingers and the largest lightsaber battle in history. Tony's leadership, creativity, passion, both for the sport and Kalamazoo, make her an incredible partner for shaping our future. Please join me in welcoming the general manager of the Kalamazoo Wings, Tony Will.
I'm using my phone too, but I'm not young, I'm middle-aged. All right, so today is a special day for me personally and also for the K-Wings team. I remember 20 years ago when we were talking about this because I'm born and raised in Vicksburg, Michigan, and I also graduated from Western Michigan University in 2001. Never did I think I would be the general manager of a men's professional hockey team. But for you young athletes and young students out there, this is an amazing community, and my story is a testament to that. But today isn't just about turning over a shovel of dirt or ice. It's about turning a page in our city's story. This groundbreaking represents the culmination of years of vision, dedication, and most importantly, teamwork across our entire community. From city leaders and business partners to fans, families, and volunteers, this project exists because so many people chose to roll up their sleeves and work together. It's proof that when Kalamazoo collaborates, extraordinary things can happen. While an event center may be built to host sports, concerts, community gatherings, what we're creating here is much bigger than that. We're building a shared space that elevates Kalamazoo as a destination, drives economic growth, and creates new opportunities for connection, celebration, and pride. This arena will be a place where champions are made on the ice or court, but also where memories are made off of it, a place where local businesses thrive, young people see possibilities, and visitors experience the heart and hospitality of our great city. As we break ground today, we're not just constructing a building, we're laying the foundation for a stronger, more vibrant Kalamazoo together. Thank you to every partner, every supporter, and every dreamer who brought us to this moment. This is your achievement, this is our achievement, and it's just the beginning. Let's build something bigger than sports. Let's build a bigger and brighter Kalamazoo. And my partner in the Kalamazoo Wings, Director of Hockey Operations and Head Coach and Hall of Famer, Joel Martin.
Oh, good. My notes are still up here. They didn't fly away. So this has been really exciting for me to be a part of. I actually married a Bronco while I was playing for the K-Wings. So to have that connection has been really special, being a part of this process. But, just what an exciting day for the Kalamazoo Wings, for this entire community. And today we're not just breaking ground on a new arena, we're building a new home, a home for our players, for our fans, and for the future generation that are going to grow up cheering for the Kalamazoo Wings. This arena represents growth, opportunity, and commitment. Growth for our organization, opportunity for our players to perform on a bigger stage, the best stage, and a commitment to our fans and the city of Kalamazoo. Hockey has always been about more than just the game. It's about family, grit, and community. This new arena will embody all of those values. It will be a place where memories are made, where our young players dream big, where we continue to honor the proud tradition of Kalamazoo's professional hockey team. On behalf of our team, I want to thank our ownership, Bill and Rhonda, best owners in the league, all of our partners, and all the fans who make all of this possible. We're excited about what's ahead, and we can't wait to create the next chapter of K-Wings hockey right here in this new home. Thank you very much.
I don't think I've ever followed up a Hall of Famer, so thanks for that. Check that off the list. Our next speaker is someone who has dedicated his career to building stronger communities and regional economies. Jonas Peterson is the CEO of Southwest Michigan First, where he leads the efforts to strengthen our local economy, support business growth, and attract talent to our region. Jonas has helped guide the board and leadership team of Southwest Michigan First, ensuring projects like the Event Center are catalysts for lasting growth, downtown vibrancy, and community prosperity. Please join me in welcoming a true partner in building Kalamazoo's future, Jonas Peterson.
Ooh, this is a crowd. Hey, Tim, thank you. Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for organizing an incredible celebration this afternoon. I could not be more excited to be a part of this event. In fact, I've been looking forward to this for 3 years to this day, looking forward to this day. Friends, you've heard from the best of the best. My message to you this afternoon is really simple. What's happening here is more than just a building. It's a message to the world that Kalamazoo is on the rise. We're making a bold investment in our people, in our community, and in our future. And the impact along the way on our economy is going to be nothing short of transformational. I want you to think about how far we've already come together. Back in 2022, we had a really great vision for a new event center. It looked great on paper. We had a feasibility study that looked like, hey, it could be something here. But it was just a dream. And now just a few short years later, we have that dream becoming a reality right before our very eyes. This is the power of community leaders in action, and community leaders that care so deeply about Kalamazoo. I want to acknowledge what we all are really experiencing, I think, together, and that's a sense of gratefulness for amazing community leaders. Bill and Rhonda, what you mean to this community is nothing short of incredible. And I am blessed to be a part of this along the way. I've been blessed to work in a variety of communities, see some amazing leaders, but this process and all those that have been involved, the creativity, the generosity, the drive for excellence has been second to none. Truly are the hosts of Kalamazoo. All right, let's talk economic impact. Let me share some numbers with you because this truly is going to be transformational. The Event Center is going to generate $52 million of economic impact every year. Construction alone brings $174 million of local material and labor purchases. That's money flowing into our restaurants, our shops, our hotels. That means fuller tables. That means bigger paychecks. And how about jobs? Speaking of paychecks, this project alone is going to create 674 permanent positions. Plus, we got over 40 construction workers on the site right now. We got students from all over the place, Kalamazoo Valley Community College, others, learning about the jobs, the trades of tomorrow. And momentum, economic transformation is already happening. There's so many examples. Let me share just a few. Kalamazoo Candle is expanding with $1 million project downtown, Catalyst Development. It's investing over $4 million in nearby properties. Vacant office buildings are being turned into mixed-use properties, residential properties, with $32 million of investment. Now just imagine 2027, right? That glorious day is coming. We're going to have more than 317,000 paying attendees coming through the Event Center doors every year, before a game, after a concert, grabbing dinner, staying overnight. re-energizing downtown, bringing vitality to our community. This isn't just about a building. It's a message. It's a message to the world that Kalamazoo is on the rise. We want to invite everybody to be a part of that rise with us. Thanks.
Thank you, Jonas, for sharing your perspective and highlighting the regional impact for this project. Now we come to the time of the ceremonial moment that we've been waiting for, to play with some dirt and play with some ice. So I would like to invite back Mayor David Anderson, Bill Johnston, President Russ Cavaluna, Dan Bartholomew, Tony Will, and Jonas Peterson back to the stage to turn the first shovels of dirt and ice representing this official day.
We're going to choreograph this, okay? So, first step is that everyone needs to get a shovel full. Okay. We want to be able to throw it all at the same time. And we're going to hold that shovel for a second, where we can take pictures, and then we're going to do a countdown, and we'll throw it at the same time. So first get a shovel. Hold your pictures. Okay, who's going to lead the countdown? And we're going to all toss right in front. Ready?
Yeah. Now, don't toss it too far.
No. Oh, the first row's got to move back.
All right. 1, 2, 3. There's more.
I just want to thank everybody again for being here today, all the dignitaries, partners, friends for joining us on this historical day. The groundbreaking is more than a ceremony. It's really a symbol of economic growth, community pride, and commitment to student athletes and winning programs. The Event Center will energize downtown Kalamazoo, bringing people together year-round to create lasting opportunities for our residents, businesses, and visitors alike. Thank you for all being part of this milestone. Today, we turn dirt and ice, but we also turn a new page in Kalamazoo's future. I invite you down to Burdick's to continue the party and the celebration. Please follow the signs and I believe the cheerleaders down towards the Radisson entrance. And anybody that's staying afterwards for a picture, please just wait, come up to the stage, and then we'll call out the numbers. So thank you again, everybody. Go Broncos.